There are two different ways you're going to handle dropdowns. If we start an automation here, I can show you two basic examples of the different strategies you may use, which is going to be using two click steps or just a type step. So one example of this is if I go to google.com, although this isn't a standard dropdown, it gives you an idea of how some are built. We can add a click step to select the grid icon over here, which when we confirm this will show a dropdown or a list of options from the page here. This is just how some websites set up their dropdowns as well, even though it looks like we can call it like a form field. Next, if we wanted to select an option from here, we would record a click step. And if we see this option go away, this is because the browser, sometimes when we go out of focus, it collapses that dropdown. So I didn't know that was going to specifically happen with Google, so this is good to show you in the video. What we can do to handle this is click cancel and then click play on the step that we just ran. And now that we haven't refocused Chromium, we can never unfocus Chromium. So when we click on the click step to record it, Google will no longer close this pop-up and we can record this step. So I can select the actual option that I wanted now, and then I'll click confirm. We can test these steps by clicking through these, by clicking the play icon, and that will allow us to check our work there. There was a suggested step I had clicked as I was leaving this, but this is how you can go about recording that type of a dropdown. That is popular, like I said, on some sites. I believe Facebook Marketplace has the same type of setup where you're going to use two click steps to handle it. Now, an example where it's a little bit different is going to be this real estate website. Let me pull this up really quick. And I may need to go through a couple of clicks here. Let me get a direct URL actually. Okay, here we go. So this is an example of when we're going to use a type step. So if we wanted to change the options right here in this dropdown that we see, we would want to use a type step instead of two click steps. So this dropdown you can see looks a little bit different. It's this native system dropdown with this gray background, the blue highlight. Windows has its own native thing. You'll notice that also when clicking it, it does not fire any suggested steps. This is one indicator that you may want to use a type step when handling this. So what we can do is add a type step, and then we're going to change this value to whatever else we wanted, and we'll see that that was captured in the list here too.